Hey guys, TheBlueShifting here. Welcome to Sound of Drop, Fallen to Poison. This is a virtual novel that I have heard many good things about. It's a horror slash mystery novel, and I'm really excited because I know for a fact that the art is amazing. The music sounds great so far. So without further ado, let's get started. I am so excited for this. I really have been waiting a long time to play this. I think I got this like 3 months ago, and I've been just holding off because I knew this would make a good first video. So, by the way, so here we go. Before she realized it, the girl was standing before an imposing door. The girl occasionally came to met an aquarium alone. She watched the manta rays, she watched the jellyfish, and finally she decided it was time to go home. Sounds nice. Where is this? She had her doubts, but there should be nothing else except for their aquarium. She assured herself that she'd probably wandered off into a side path. Oh, that's creepy music. The door before her had a large padlock hanging from it, just as she had heard. It was unlocked and merely dangling there. The girl drew in a breath. Being locked would usually mean that this is a place she shouldn't enter. Being open just meant that staff member had forgotten to lock it, so going in was out of the question. Her curiosity piqued. She was past the point of persuasion. Her imagination ran wild, her mind racing at prospect of what might lie beyond the door. Because, obviously, there's as soon as you're curious, there's just no turning back, obviously. Just for a little bit. She opened the door and saw lots of glass tanks. Several types of fish hailing from the deep seas, from football fish to oarfish, to pelican eels, to barrel eyes. They were swimming about. Why isn't this an exhibit? Soccer fish? I would love to see soccer fish, like just big soccer balls. She thought it over, wondering why this would be a closed off area. Behind her, the door shut on its own. The girl spaced out, staring at the deep sea fish swimming about. They would leap from the tank and swim in the air, in midair. What? The entirety of the room was the fish in their ocean. Though it was an unnatural occurrence, the girl treated it as quite normal. Alright. Yeah, because... No. Wasn't there originally a deep sea fish booth that was shut down? Uh-oh. Oh no, see red. She suddenly remembered. At that moment, her surroundings were dyed a deep red. It looks like it looks like when your eyes are closed, like all the veins and stuff. The water in the tanks, the fluorescent lights, all of it was red. The girl's vision became red. When she opened her eyes, the girl was back in her own room. It was well into the night. She couldn't remember how she'd gotten home after all of that. Except it's probably a dream. But more importantly, she had a bad feeling about something. It isn't red here. She became aware of how hard it was to suddenly was to breathe. No matter how hard she gasped, she was unable to get oxygen into her body. Ugh, that would suck. Like the fish who couldn't breathe anywhere but in the water, she couldn't breathe unless she was inside that red color. She was convinced. So what, like, if she picked up like an orange sock, like a red sock, would she be okay? Like, could she breathe as soon as she saw that? An impulse, she threw open the window, leaned out, and thrust a hand outside. She couldn't inhale the wind flooding her room. She could only smell its milky, unpleasant scent. Ugh. How horrible would it be to listen where you open the window and here comes that wafting breeze of milky, just ugh, gross. More. At the moment, the girl's body was tossed into the air. For just a second, her body seemed to float like a fish in the sea. Her room was on the 12th floor of her apartment building. In her fading consciousness, the girl watched her blood flow endlessly from her body. It's red. Oh, geez, creepy. Only then could she breathe. Now everything would be fine. Oh, yeah. The girl smiled. The full moon in the night sky smiled too. Yeah, because this is obviously not crazy in any way. Okay. Jeez. Drip, drip, the sound of falling drops. The moon was concealed behind the clouds, and all the lights of the town were covered in water. The sound of it, the only thing left to resonate. She couldn't tell whether it was hot or cold. Merely the humid air was encircling her. Well, oh my gosh. I mean, okay, drip. Okay. So the ambience is actually really... I'm getting chills and nothing's happened. This is good so far. Drip, drip. Wherever they were falling to, wherever they were falling from, the drops just continued to trickle out. Except for that one. That single drop. It stopped with I stopped it with both hands. Oh no, it turned red. The sound of that solitary red. The red drop. Oh. It's red. Nice. Classroom. And we have a fade-in shot of another classroom. Happy. Aww. Aw, she's cute. Oh, they're both cute, but pink hair. She's cute. Or at least that's the urban legend that goes like that. Talking about Mountain Aquarium again? That's your new thing, isn't it? Glide down. While stuffing her lunch into her mouth, Tamagawa Himino spoke, her eyes sparkling. Oh, names are terrible names. I had no idea at which point her story got so excited. That's right. Isn't it the scariest part? That the girl jumped to her death, smiling, after coming back from the Mountain Aquarium? It's pretty bad. Yet you don't seem the least bit scared, Himino. That's not true. I got chills running down my spine. Someone who's got chills running down her spine wouldn't be eating a pastry so cheerfully. What was that? Hey, that's my meatball. Oh no, the meatball! During a break in the conversation, Himino took a side dish from my box lunch. This minced meat from growing calves and little piglets. It's the best. Why'd you have to put it like that? Jeez. Why'd you have to make me lose my appetite? And I don't know. It's like yeah, she's the one who like walks around and talks about all like the animals that people are like devouring just so she can steal lunches. That's pretty awesome. I'll give you the rest of it. All right, I'll take it. Oh, I did that voice totally wrong. Amino took the rest of the meatballs from my lunch with amazing rhythm. It's like, it was like that. The reason that I, Nakabi Mayumi, lost my appetite wasn't because of Amino's story scared me. Mountain Aquarium and I are connected in a way I'd rather not think about. Of course, Amino has no idea about that connection. She knew she'd never mention Mountain Aquarium again around me again. Dark and creepy past. At the same time, I've been afraid that this thing might cause Amino to stop talking to me. Amino's pretty much my only friend. It isn't that I haven't talked to anyone since entering junior high, just that the only person I can call my friend is Amino. Seriously, I think the whole Mountain Aquarium rumor obsession is getting a little bit much. Maybe. There's so many rumors though. Like that there's a man's ghost in the tanks, that the deep sea fish booth is only open on a full moon, that the water changes to blood, or that you can hear crying from behind the tanks. Holy cow, this place is... Jeez, it's like the Bermuda Triangle of aquariums. Oh, that earlier one goes with this one. Also... No, that's fine, you don't need to say any more. I say firmly, causing Himino to make a sour face. Or... Well, what is it? Sour, that's what I think of. Soon after, Himino changes the subject, first to a TV drama that aired the night before, then some cute fake nails with cats on them that she found in a magazine. She then talks about a classmate who's dating a boy from a nearby private school, alighting on one subject before quickly changing to the next. It's like, just one of those people who could just kind of talk to herself. It doesn't really need you there. Normally the subject of Mountain Aquarium shouldn't have popped up again. Anyway, getting back to what we were talking about earlier. What exactly are we getting back to? Mountain Aquarium. I looked into it, and this Sunday will be a full moon. Huh. That was all I could say. The rest of my words weren't able to come out. So we should go and see if the rumors are true or not. But I know you aren't interested in stuff like urban legends, Mayu, but next week we're preparing for the end of semester, and I won't be able to hang out with you. Lately, we haven't gone anywhere together, have we? If the full moon was next Sunday, I'm sure Himino wouldn't have said anything. If the full moon was next Sunday, I'm sure Himino wouldn't have said anything. But I suspect that it happens to be this Sunday, and next week happens to be our exams. She chose Matt and Aquarium. I know I'm not hiding my confusion or my hesitation very well. Even so, Himino turns her carefree grin my way. Since it's an aquarium, even if the rumors aren't true, we can still have fun, right? Oh, she's really cute. She must be the popular girl. She's just got the whole, like, bubbly, like, ah. Well, that's true. Usually, whenever I go with Himino, I have fun. Whether or not we'd have fun is not what I was worried about. By the way, Mayu, in the East Building in Mountain Aquarium, they have a Hagen-Dazs. Hagen-Dazs, what's that? As in the Eden restaurant? Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm glad this game knows I don't know things. They had to close it up at one point, but it looks like they're reopening it for a limited time. I'd be wondering why they closed it. Really? What kind of restaurant could like open up just for like, I don't know, like a weekend or something? Like, are they opening for a weekend? Really? They have cookies. They have the cookies and cream flavor you like too, Mayu. Of course, I hesitated, but in the end, that settles it. Ice cream wins the day. Then we'll go, as long as I definitely get some cookies and cream. Saying you have no money because you did too much shopping is out of the question. I know. After all, I'm something of a glutton myself. Oh yeah, right. Because you just look like you're struggling so much with your weight. Fine. In the end, we settle on the Mat and Aquarium and ice cream for Sunday. Since I have already received my reward money for moving on to the next grade, I don't need to worry about my allowance. That's nice. If I got money just for going to school... Well, no, we live in America, where I have to pay a crap ton of money just to go to school. Justice. Still, it's been 5 years. Did you say something, Mayu? Nope, nothing. I bite my tongue, covering the words I'd carelessly spilled out. I'm looking forward to the aquarium. It's probably been around 10 years. I'm looking forward to the cookies and cream. It's probably been about 10 years. That's not true. It's the truth. It's the only thing I eat there. Amina goes, you little, as she playfully stretches my cheek. Ugh. I think that's something you can only truly do in anime. Otherwise, it's just pinching a cheek, not stretching the cheek. At the end of lunch, the end of lunch chime sounded, and Himino goes back to her own seat. If it's with Himino, I'll be fine. That's what I told myself at the time. Descending bars means impending change of scenery. Woo! Oh, please, come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna move forward. This is interesting so far. I mean, the intro is a little odd, but the characters are really fun. Sunday is 3 days after that. The day I promised to go with Himino and to the Mountain Aquarium has arrived. We're to meet at noon in the Mountain Show Station. As good as customary for me, I'm 30 minutes early. Yeah, over planning. Totally my gig too. I feel like if I'm not early, I'm gonna be horrifically late, and I tend to be right. It's either I'm way too early or way late, and like there's just no middle ground. Leaning against the pillar, I do nothing but space out. Aww, that's a cute outfit. Tons of people pass before me. Manton is really crowded on days off. Even so, there aren't really many families or groups of students. Everyone around me appears to be adults. Because of that, I quickly begin to feel uneasy. Yeah, I can understand that. Within this crowd, I am alone. Oh, wow. That took a turn. Inexplicably, my head begins to hurt. I wonder if Amina will be here soon. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice pan down. I mutter to myself and look at my shoes. The shoes. Deep blue sandal boots that were this year's newest product. When Mom and I had shopped with had stopped off at a department store on Saturday, she bought them for me after some coaxing on my part. They were far from what you'd call high quality, but they were still a bit pricey out of junior high schooler's allowance. Oh, she's only junior high? I'm not usually the type to beg, but I couldn't take my eyes off these boots. My mom brought them to me with almost no resistance, saying, "You're going out of town, so you need to look your best." I liked both of their form and their color, and found them a better fit for the summer season than anything else. This is something I definitely don't understand. I have like 2 pair of shoes. It's either my like formal shoes or my just everything else shoes. I take my cell phone out and check the time. There's still 15 minutes to go until we're to meet. Since Amino is away 3 minutes later, is always 3 minutes later than the time we established, I've got about another 20 minutes. I like how 15 plus 3 equals 20. I finished reading my paperback on the train, so I had nothing to kill time with. There was nothing I could do about it, so I decided to keep myself from boredom by watching the people passing by. If I don't keep myself distracted, horrible thoughts will revive in my mind. Oh, jeez. That's disconcerting. Don't you have like an iPod or something? I'm always worrying about what will happen if I'm late, though. I had actually been about a month and a half since Amino and I had gone out. We always talked at school, but rarely spent time together afterwards. Anyone who saw us probably thought we were opposites. Outings like this aside, I often spend my days off at home. When I was in, look at her sad face. That's just like, oh, reminds me of those commercials with like the puppies and the cats. It's just like, adopt me. That's so sad. When I was in elementary school, our family would go out often, but lately it's been limited to dining out on Saturdays. So when I'm asked what I want to do, what I want to do when I stay at home, I usually just say I do nothing. I do homework, watch TV, and stuff seems pretty common to me. Oh, that was nice. Like, this little poem right there. On the other end of the spectrum is Amino, who goes out regularly. I often hear stories of her when she goes out on karaoke on weeknights, or how she's traveled out of town on Sundays. Wow. And she just doesn't take you? That's really sad. She's a member of an active sports club and often wants to hang out with them afterwards. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. She's not a jerk. Which is good. She's really cute. I hope she didn't turn out to be a jerk. Going out of town is the already limited days we have off tends to make me think. Even though it's a day of rest, I don't feel rested at all. In other words, something like this is the difference between Amino and I. Without much common ground between us, why we became friends is... What? Suddenly, the lights fade from my vision. It wasn't just it had become dark, but I suddenly had the sensation of being unable to breathe. Oh gosh. But rather than sweating it, I get a little mad. Aww, that's cute. Look at that. Aww, they're such a pair. Haha, sorry. Hearing my wordless protest, Tamino pulled her hands away. I get playing the Who Am I game while covering someone's eyes, but covering up someone's mouth too was just like Amino. When I puff out my cheeks to object, Amino just smiles at me. What's that? If anyone actually did that when they got mad, I wouldn't be able to take them seriously at all. It was like, how... It's because you were staring into space, Mayu. Instead of apologizing, Amino blew on the nape of my neck. Without thinking, I made a weird sound. Embarrassed, I looked around 2 or 3 times, but the pedestrians walking by seemed unperturbed and didn't even look our way. What a friend. The culprit, who had surprised me, moves in front of me before I realize it. You're mean, Amino. I gotta hear something good. No, you didn't. Move over. As I say that, I check the time on my smartphone. It's 3 minutes to noon. Our agreed upon meeting time. It's not time yet. How rare. That's rude. Jeez. I'll make you make a weird noise again. Saying that, Himino opens and closes her fingers in small, swift, grasping motions. You know, it's always good to have that friend who can just feel comfortable doing anything with you. Literally anything. At times like this, I know I have a better chance of changing the subject or get messed with again by Himino again. Oh, that was a mouthful. Oh, by the way, did you buy a new one? You mean my necktie? Yes, I did. I thought I should get one to match my shorts. And you and I haven't hung out since the midterms. May you? If I buy something today, I'll be really out of money. Okay, wait a second. Okay, yeah, okay. Sure, matches. Let's go with that. What about the aquarium? You're still set on finding out about the urban legend then? Of course, that's my #1 goal. But as usual, I can't count the things I want to do with just one hand. It's true. Usually it's too much to go on. Okay, I get it. As long as I get to eat cookies and cream, that is absolute. I haven't forgotten. Anyway, Mayo, aren't your sandals new? Amino says as she looks at my feet, talking about 3 times as fast as she does in class. I did not read that fast then. Yeah, nice, aren't they? They're super cute. Kawaii! How cool, I want a pair too. Nope, then we'd be too similar, and these are the only pair of sandals I have for the summer. Talking like this, it puts me at ease. Unlike myself, who is childish, Amino knows a lot about fashion and trends. Even here in Matin, it seems like she blends in. Most importantly, by being with Amino and constantly chatting, I no longer feel lonely. Aw, good. It was getting really depressing for a little bit. Oh yeah, Amino, what did you bring such a huge bag? I'm glad you asked. With a hee-hee, Amino opened the Boston bag she had let sink down from her shoulder. A variety of things came out, such as flashlights, insectant repellent, a simple blanket, a first aid kit, matches, and snacks like chocolate and cookies. Everyone's emergency kit. Fight off starvation with chocolate and cookies. What is this all? Amino, where did you plan on going? Ignoring the twitch developing in my face. Amino thumps her chest. Geez, the aquarium. But this is an investigation. But we're investigating urban legends. We should at least have some supplies. Rather than investigation, the equipment she has reminds me more of going camping in the mountains. The snacks and blanket aside, where in a city this size would we need insect repellent or a flashlight? That's like, I don't know. In a city, that's like the 2 things you'd think we would need, like a flashlight. Like, it gets dark in the city. Keeping those feelings to myself, I just smiled, let out a breath that is half exasperated, half amused. I don't get sick of being with Himino. Whether Himino is aware of my exasperated gaze or not, she starts to take something out, and then quickly shoves it back in. She gives me a smile, implying something secret. What's in the bag? No wait, it's too soon for you to see that. Oh. Hey, Mayu, look out, she's coming for you. What were you about to pull out? I'm not telling. Gosh, she's so sing-song. So cute. Oh my goodness, she's so funny. Upon saying that, Himino quickly closes the bag. The way I see it, it's a wonder she fit all the supplies she had out just a moment ago. I wonder where it's all being stored. Magic bag. By the way, no club today? I asked with the underlying question of whether or not today is the day off for the club. At my question, Himino averts her eyes. No, probably no club today. Really? Giving a brief answer, I start walking. Don't take her to Vegas, she'll lose. She'll lose a lot. Upon hearing her reply, I immediately understand it as, she skipped it again. But not wanting to ruin her merry mood, I merely quicken my pace. I'm not in any clubs, but even I know it's not good to skip. Speaking honestly, I want her to show up to her club, and she seems to be respected even by students from other schools. Coming here together like this makes us equally guilty, though. Once I get thinking, I don't normally stop, so the conversation shifts to a ramen shop that catches my eye. Ramen? Oh, Miyu, you want to get some lunch? Huh? You caught that? Ramen sounds really good. I would love ramen. Especially like Japanese, like legitimate ramen. I've only heard stories. I would love to have some. Feeling as if she'd seen right through me, we head to a nearby coffee shop. Alright guys, well I think that's where a good spot to stop for today. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be going on, but I'm liking the idea of us going to this haunted aquarium and seeing what's going to happen. Once again, like if you see something you want and want me to continue this show, I'm probably going to keep playing it. Comment if you have any suggestions, and if you want to see more of this content on a weekly basis, please subscribe. Anyway, and until the next video, bye!